Presents Christmas in July fundraiser dinner, July 27th, starting at 5 p.m. at Bradbury Hall, Nelson Pioneer Farm, Oskaloosa. Serving a catered dinner of chicken cordon bleu or savory sliced beef. Call 641-200-1940 or look for Union Mills Community Closet on Facebook to purchase your tickets. Tickets are $30 or $240 to reserve an entire table. All proceeds directly benefit Union Mills Community Christmas Toy Drive. It's the Christmas in July fundraiser dinner, July 27th at Bradbury Hall, Nelson Pioneer Farm. Keokuk County Expo 2024 Stars, Stripes, and Summer Nights is the place to be in July. Things start off with a bang on Monday, July 15th with Rogue Rodeo at 7:30 p.m. On Thursday, July 18th is the Keokuk County Expo Queen Contest and the Bill Riley Talent Search. On Friday, Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys will be in concert starting at 7:30 p.m. And then on Saturday, it's the Figure 8 races at the Keokuk County Expo. Bring the family, have a great time, and enjoy the fair at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney. The Delta Fireman's Ball is Saturday, July 27th. You can enjoy food, live music, games, and more. There will be a poker run from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Keith Davis will be playing music from 6 to 9 p.m. For more information on the Delta Fireman's Ball, contact Jim or Fake Harry at 319-212-8772. The Delta Fireman's Ball is coming up Saturday, July 27th. Don't miss it. Saturday, July 20th, the Southern Iowa Fair welcomes Eddie Montgomery of Montgomery Gentry, along with special guest Dylan Carmichael and area favorites, The Boys. Tickets in advance are $40. Get your tickets at sifonlinestore.com. For more information, stop by the fair office at 615 North I Street in Oskaloosa or call 641-673-7004. It's Eddie Montgomery of Montgomery Gentry headlining the Southern Iowa Fair concert on Saturday, July 20th. Doors open at 6:30. Start time is at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $45 the day of the show. And a good morning. Welcome into the sports section live from Brothers Market here in downtown Sigourney on a warm July day. Let's throw it up to Mitch Eslick, who is standing by, our summertime host. Mitch, what's going on today?
Steve, how are we doing this morning?
Doing all right.
We've got a big morning here. We're going to talk a little bit of Shrine Bowl here this morning. Big event coming up next weekend. We've got a couple local people, young lady and young man, who are going to be participating in the Shrine Bowl. We got Tatum Bell here, a cheerleader in the Shrine Bowl, and we hope we have Jake Moore popping in here in the next minute or two to talk about him participating in the Shrine Bowl as well. But before we talk Shrine Bowl, we're going to get a little recap of a big week in baseball and softball action in the area. It was tournament time in the area, a lot of postseason action underway. It was a tough week for a lot of local teams, as a lot of our local area teams saw their seasons come to an end. A couple teams did last night on the softball diamond, a couple of really good high school softball seasons. The Cardinal girls, who had an excellent year, lost 4-0 last night to EBF in regional play. And here in Sigourney, HLV was defeated 6-0 by Wapello. Earlier in the week, on the softball side, Pekin lost a heartbreaker 9-8 to Winfield Mount Union. Kyoto lost to Highland 13-1. EV was 4-1 losers to Wapello. That ended all of those softball seasons. On the baseball side, HLV lost to Hillcrest 5-4 last Saturday night. English Valley's last Saturday lost here in Sigourney to Sigourney 18-0. Pekin was 3-0 losers to New London. Kyoto lost 5-0 to Moravia, and Cardinal lost 8-1 to I-35. There are a few baseball, softball teams still alive. Both of our Sigourney teams still alive and kicking. The girls by the skin of their teeth in a thriller last night. Steve, I know you were there for that one. Huge crowd for that game last night here at the Softball Diamond, and the girls made it a memorable one. They pulled out a 2-1 win on their last at-bat in the 7th inning. It was Ava Finneran, Devin Smallwood, and Ava Fish teaming up to get the big hits to win that one. Another great pitching performance from Carly Goodwin to win 2-1. They'll play Monday night back here in Sigourney against Wapello. Winners will go to the state tournament. And then the baseball team, they're in action tonight. They play BGM at 7 o'clock here in Sigourney as well, so a chance to get out and watch them. They are as well 2 games away from the state tournament. If they win tonight, they would play again on Tuesday. There is one more area team playing baseball tonight. Linville Sully and North Mahaska play in Sully tonight. They are at the same point in the bracket that the Sigourney boys are. So it was a big week in baseball and softball. We've got a few teams still alive and going. The Sigourney teams playing some good stuff, and we hope that they continue to make that move.
All righty, Mitch. While we're in between here, we'll bring Tatum on, and we, again, do thank Brothers Market, as always, for being our host venue and our headline sponsor on the sports section here on Steve Shetler Media. Savings made simple. You can go to shopbrothersmarket.com. They've got digital coupons. You can earn rewards. Deal of the week, shopping deals. It's a smart way to shop. Get the app, Brothers Market. Again, the Brothers Market app, and shopbrothersmarket.com. Get more from Brothers Market. Let's take it back to Mitch, who is being joined by his guest for this morning. Mitch.
Yeah, we got Tatum Bell here. We're talking some Shrine Bowl. Tatum is going to be I guess technically you're representing Sigourney Keota because it's football. So as a cheerleader at the Shrine Bowl coming up here on next Saturday. So the Shrine Bowl is it's a 4:00 kickoff on July 20th. That's next Saturday. It is at the University of Northern Iowa at the Unidome. It's a full week though of activities. It says cheerleaders are reporting on Monday. Is that correct, Tatum? So you're going to go in on Monday. We do have a couple area coaches who are involved as well. Chad Edeker is the head coach of the South team, and then Kevin Smith of HLV. Chad Edeker is the coach at Waco, and Kevin Smith at HLV, who are helping to coach out. So Tatum, first question I have for you about the Shrine Bowl is, how is this something that you got participated in? Is it something that you're nominated for? Is it something that you sign up for? How was the selection process, and why was it something that you wanted to get involved in to do this summer?
Yeah, so the cheerleader side is a little different than the football side. As a cheerleader, you are nominated, usually by your coach or someone in the cheer world. And then after you're nominated, they send out tryout videos, including cheers and a dance. And after you try out, they pick so many. And yeah, I got involved my sophomore year, I guess, because as a cheerleader you can go your sophomore, junior, and senior year. And it was just a good organization. Just last year when I went, seeing like the smiles on the kids' faces just was like nothing before.
Yeah, so roughly how many cheerleaders are involved in this? Is it split into? Do you represent teams? Like, are you a part of the South team? Is it kind of an everything cheer? Talk a little bit about kind of the perspective of the cheerleading side at the Shrine Bowl, of how many are involved and how you're split.
Yeah, so they take a different amount every year because we've had more and more trying out the past couple years. I think this year we have about I don't know, somewhere between 60 and 80 cheerleaders. A lot, yeah. We all just kind of cheer together. We don't really go north or south. We do cheers that are like go north or go south, but we don't split up.
Yep. Okay. That's interesting. And, the one thing is I was kind of looking last night, kind of prepping to talk to you. The one thing that I found out that I really didn't know is that it's not, I kind of figured that, hey, you roll in on Friday night, you do something Friday night, you play Saturday, you go home Sunday. It's kind of a weekend thing. It's really a whole week of events and of stuff going on. Talk a little bit about the other stuff other than the game that goes on for the football players, for the cheerleaders, just for everyone involved, and how cool that is and how much fun it is because you're really giving back to the community and helping people out. And so talk a little bit about kind of the other stuff that's involved in Shrine Bowl week.
Yeah, so all week long we practice anywhere from like 4 to 8 hours. It's a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work. It really is hard, but it's worth it. Besides all the practicing, we do lots of activities like with everybody. We go to Lost Island, the water park. That's pretty fun. I think we're doing bowling this year. We do like a hog roast one day. We do a big banquet on Friday night with like all of our parents and families, and that's really cool. What else? Oh, the footballs and cheerleaders all bond together, and that's really cool, just like seeing everybody interact. And like at nighttime, we all hang out in the conference room, I guess, and play games, and it's so fun. Yeah, so we just camp there in the dorms Monday through Saturday morning.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question for you. Talk a little bit about the accommodations. I'm assuming that you're in the dorms at UNI. How many people are in? How many other cheerleaders are you with for the week? Is it a room of 2, or is it 8? Talk a little bit about that, and then I'm sure that they've got the just kind of their cafeteria open for you guys to eat, and kind of talk about it's kind of almost like a mini week at college for you. Talk a little bit about kind of the life of the week at UNI and how many girls you're with, and some of the stuff that you do. Like you said, not I guess you already kind of talked about that, but the stuff that you do away from the cheering and the Shrine Bowl part of it.
Yeah. So our dorms are 2 people per dorm. They even open up like the laundry, the cafeteria, all that stuff for us. They give us the college cards, so we get free meals. Yeah, we just all hang out together.
All right, so part of this is selling tickets too. So look right into the camera, give your spiel, tell people where they can get tickets, how you can get them from them before, and kind of that part of the process as well of how many are you supposed to sell, and all that stuff, and because we have you that they can go watch, we've got Jake that they can go watch, and just a lot of if you like football, it's the best senior high school football players in the state playing next Saturday, and it's inside, so you don't have to sit out in the 100-degree heat. So give your sales pitch on how that people can get tickets from you if they want to go check out you and Jake next Saturday.
Yeah, so I have tickets. They are cheaper if you buy them ahead of time. So get a hold of me or Jake. I think he still has some. We actually had a ticket sale contest, and Jake was one of the winners.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, just make sure you get a hold of me before Monday morning. Yeah, they're $12.
Okay, so I was going to ask you how much. Yeah, and that's very reasonable. So yeah, if you want to go out so you'll be here, as I think said, you report on the 15th, which is Monday.
Yep.
So anytime this weekend you'll be around, or I'm sure someone else around here in the area can help out. Mom's over here; she can probably get some people tickets if they need them sometime before that. So talk a little bit about just your involvement in, obviously, this is a fun thing. You're very involved here in the community in cheerleading and dance, tumbling, all that stuff. Talk a little about why that's important to you and how much of a positive thing that's been in your upbringing here in Sigourney.
Yeah, so I've been dancing since I was as long as I can remember, honestly. I started tumbling when Trisha Black's gym, KC Elite, opened up here in Sigourney. It was a very small gym at that point, and I really enjoyed that. So then she extended it to All-Star Cheer, and I joined that. We travel all over for that to competitions, and since my freshman year of high school, I've been in high school cheer with basketball and wrestling.
So is that something that you would like to continue as you get older? Is something that you want to be involved in when you go, past high school? Is that kind of a goal of yours? And how does the Shrine Bowl kind of help you in that process?
Yeah, so I probably will not do any like college cheer, but I'll continue all-star cheer through this year, and just being in Shrine Bowl just extends your knowledge, especially like all the stunting we do. They open our eyes to new stunts, new tumbling, all the new skills.
So the as far as the like we talked a little bit about the coaches for the football side. What does the coaching situation look like from the cheerleading? Is there multiple kind of coaches? Is there one person that kind of runs the whole thing? You said you're doing 4 to 5-6 hours of practice. So obviously there's a lot of coaching involved. Mm-hmm. Is it different people every year? Talk a little bit about kind of who's coaching you, who's teaching you, who's helping you from that aspect when you get up there to Cedar Falls this week.
Yeah, so head coach Jess Anderson, she is there every year. She is amazing. She's very organized, always happy, always cheering us up, having a good time with us. And then we have 2 other coaches that are there every year. Can't remember their name, but. And then we have choreographer Trisha Black from Sigourney. Oh, nice. She's there every year, so it's nice having a familiar face there.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so it's good to we have Trisha involved as well in that. She does a great job here in Sigourney as well. So with the, how many people do you think, and this is something that you've done before, correct? And you said the Addison Strovers did that as well. Will there be a large contingent of people going up to watch you and Jake? Do we expect a big Sigourney crew to follow you guys up there? Last year when you did this, was there a ton of people that came up and watched? And how cool is that to have that support?
Last year there wasn't a ton, but there was definitely more than I thought there was going to be.
No, sorry to cut you off. Did we have a player play last year?
We did not.
We did not. Okay.
Yeah. So. Definitely with Jake winning the ticket sales, I expect a bigger crowd. But if you want to join the crowd, make sure to let me know. Get some tickets. They're $12 if you let me know, but they're $15 if you go the day and buy them. Okay, so $12. Get a hold of Tatum here sometime this weekend or sometime early next week. Get you hooked up. A huge week of Shrine Bowl participation coming up for Tatum this week. And Tatum, we really appreciate you coming on this morning and enlightening us about the cheerleading part of the Shrine Bowl. So Tatum Ball State, you got anything for Tatum here before we?
I don't. Yeah, I know she was up working late last night.
Yeah.
And she got up early to be here this morning. So we appreciate your time and your effort for making it in, Tatum. All right. So while we transition here, if my computer will work correctly, let's take a look at our athlete of the week, and just ran into her last night as Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic's athlete of the week is Reagan Molinex of HLV-TC softball. Reagan, a 2-time winner now of the athlete of the week. She won it back in the fall for volleyball, and now winning again for softball. So congratulations to Reagan Molinex, HLV-TC. Now, as far as the team of the week, brought to us by Kelly Style State Farm in Oskaloosa. Boy, Mitch, I tell you what, my computer is really slow this morning. From a technical standpoint, things are not going well this morning. State Farm, Kelly Style team of the week. It was so close on the team of the week this week that I just went ahead and called it a 3-way tie. Facebook numbers are kind of always a little goofy. You can't quite trust Facebook when it gets really close. So I just called it a 3-way tie between Sigourney, Cardinal, and North Mahaska baseball. All 3 baseball teams getting about the same amount of votes. Because Facebook is weird. Like, I was looking at the numbers the other day to determine who the winner was. Percentage-wise, Facebook was saying, I believe that North Mahaska was the winner. Voting-wise, the actual votes said that Sigourney was the winner. And then Cardinal was right there with them, too. So there's no way to determine an actual winner. So all three of those teams getting recognized this week as our team of the week. Mitch, before I take it back to you, I do have a 24-second clip of last night's Sigourney softball game. It's the exciting finish. As you mentioned, I was there in attendance. I went ahead and hit record on the video. So let's watch that final at bat for the game-winning play. There you see the game-winning run. Sigourney escapes Highland last night. Mitch, we're back live on you. Sigourney getting by Highland last night 2-1 in the bottom of the seventh.
Yeah, you certainly picked a good one to come to, Steve. That was a thriller, one of the best softball games I've seen this year. Two really good teams playing with their season on the line. And before that clip, it was a couple big hits by the bottom of the Sigourney lineup. Ava Finneran, a senior, got it started with a single, and then Devin Smallwood coming off hasn't played a ton this year. I've done probably 8 to 9 Sigourney games for Thunder Country this summer, and I think that was the first start Devin had all year, and for her to step up in that huge spot and get a big single to put runners on the corners. They both got courtesy run for, and then Ava came up and put the ball in play and got the job done. So a huge win for the Sigourney girls, and that kind of leads us right into our final segment here of the Saturday morning, our what to watch for. It is a big week for Sigourney athletics on the baseball, softball diamonds, and it all starts tonight, 7 o'clock here at Sigourney High School. It is Sigourney and BGM. They met once during the regular season. Sigourney came out victorious in that one. It'll be the rematch tonight with a lot on the line. Winner of that one will play the winner of Moravia and Burlington Notre Dame. That game is also tonight. Winners will meet Tuesday at a neutral site to be determined. If Sigourney does win tonight, I would assume that probably by either late tonight or definitely by Sunday afternoon, we will know where those teams will play. We already know where the regional final on the softball side is, and it's going to be here in Sigourney, 7 o'clock. Wapello will make the trip back. They were here last night where they knocked off that HLVTC team that had such a good season. They were able to beat them 6-0, and they'll make the return trip. Those two teams played a year ago in the regional semifinal round. It was a white-knuckle game that night as well. Sigourney pulled it out by 1 run there. So teams that know each other pretty well should be a very good softball game, and that is a trip to the state tournament on the line. So it's been a real busy stretch for Sigourney baseball and softball. They keep winning, they keep playing, and so we are keeping our eye on that. And as I mentioned at the beginning, North Mahaska, who you talked about, one of the teams of the week, they have had a great week. Pulled a couple upsets in the regional round for baseball, and they're going to have their hands full tonight. They're going to have to pull a big upset tonight, beating the South Iowa Cedar League champions and top 5 ranked Linville Sully Hawks on the road tonight. That is a 7 o'clock first pitch in Sully as well. All right, we're going to go to our professional sporting look ahead, and it is kind of the all-star break, all-star time. We got Tuesday night, we have the MLB All-Star Game. That is in Arlington, Texas, at the home of the Texas Rangers. Tuesday night, American League versus National League. Not quite as much on the line as there used to be in the All-Star Game, but it's still a fun watch if you got some time. Check out the best players in Major League Baseball. And then next Saturday, we've got the WNBA All-Star Game. That is in Phoenix. Caitlin Clark, a member of that. It's actually a really interesting format that they've gone with this year. They are having the WNBA All-Stars play against the United States Olympic team, who's getting primed up and ready. So that'll be kind of fun to watch. Caitlin Clark, obviously, controversially, maybe, did not make the Olympic team. So I'm sure she'll have a little bit to prove going against all those young ladies who did next Saturday. That is in Phoenix. So a couple All-Star games. And then lastly, Steve, you ever been on a European vacation?
I have not, no.
Okay, well, we'll take you on one here real quick. A lot going on over the seas across the pond, I guess you would say. It all starting really right now with the Wimbledon Championship matches, women's championship going on as we speak, men's championship tomorrow morning, a highly anticipated matchup, a rematch of last year's championship. Novak Djokovic, one of the all-time greats on the tennis front, taking on the young up-and-comer, the champion from last year, Carlos Alcaraz. That'll be tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Next week, it is the final major on the golf front. They are over in Scotland at the Royal Troon Golf Club, the Open Championship. We call it the British Open. The Royal Troon, very elegant over there in Scotland. I'm sure that it'll be about 55 degrees and raining and blowing 40-mile-an-hour winds when they play that tournament. Seems like it always is. So that'll be an early morning next week to watch the Open Championship. And then we are just about, actually we're under 2 weeks away from the opening ceremonies of the Olympics in Paris. Obviously, one of my favorite sporting events out there. Just so many fun sports to watch. So many what you'd call non-mainstream sports. I never thought I could get that into team handball and water polo, but it's always fun to cheer on Team USA. Opening ceremonies are 2 weeks from yesterday over in Paris, so it'll be a busy time over in Europe, Steve.
All righty, thank you, Mitch. I do want to put a plug in for a couple of things going on here in the Sigourney area today. I'll be actually heading out to the Jim Faust Memorial Golf Tournament at the Sigourney Golf and Country Club. That starts at 10 a.m. this morning. So take part in that. I'm sure they will still sign you up if you want to get a team together for that. And then later on out at the Expo in Sigourney is the barbecue cook-off. It kicks off kind of the festivities for this coming week. It's a fair week at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney coming up, and they will have that delicious cook-off for the barbecue cook-off at the Expo. I know that's open to the public starting at 5:30 for a free will donation. So have some good food later on today at the Expo. All right, Mitch, that'll do it for this week. Again, we do thank Brothers Market here in Sigourney for being our host venue and our headline sponsor on the sports section here on Steve Shetler Media. We thank Tatum Bell for joining us this morning. Make sure you see her in action at the Shrine Bowl. All right, that'll do it for this Saturday. We'll be back next Saturday for the sports section.